All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. I saw this video, and to me, it was pretty crazy. It just recently happened, and it kind of got me like, oh man, I hate when you see things like that. I hate when you see people taking advantage of people out there, people specifically that need help or handicap. This person specifically is in a wheelchair, so again, it's just sad. It's just sad, but it's a reality. Really, is the reality. There are people out there that are looking to do horrific things, and it is what it is. There are some people out there that are horrible people, truly horrible people. So we got a personal, a regular guy here in a wheelchair, and now you're gonna have this dudes attack him, and essentially, obviously, they want to take his stuff. By the way, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. I appreciate everybody that watches. You guys are fantastic. There's links down there if you want to support the channel. All right, so let's do this. Let me share my screen here again. Let's kind of play the video, and then we're going to talk about some of the things that you could potentially do to, I don't know, protect yourself from this. So you see this guy's talking to this guy. Obviously, a confrontation. You got a girl. By the way, if you got any tips, you know what to do. There's a phone number there. But again, you see three guys in total, two guys and a lady, and they just went pretty crazy on this guy. I tell you what, let me do something here real quick, but because I tell you what, this guy literally tried to fight. Like he really tried to fight for his life. I'm gonna kind of exit myself out of here so you guys can see it a little bit better. But again, this is what you got right here. He's fighting, and I give it to him because he's actually fighting. He's actually fighting. He did the best he could, right? Even here, he's fighting. He's holding this guy. He's like, his arms up. He's not being a weak target by no means. He's really fighting. So again, to me, that's impressive that he was able to fight that kind of way. But obviously, he was, overtaken by these three criminals, right? Obviously, he was. I mean, there's really nothing you can do when you have two guys and a girl beating you like that, right? I mean, essentially, he did the best he could. But again, when I see things like this, it's one of those things that a lot of times you really got to think about your situational awareness, where you're at. If you know you're in a bad neighborhood like this, you want to stay away from those neighborhood, right? You want to stay away from people that is going to create issue. If you look in front of you and you think there may be issue, or the back of your neck is kind of racing up a little bit, it's potentially going to be issues. If you know that neighborhood is bad, potentially you're going to have issues, and that's just it is what it is. This is in New York. New York is famous for horrific things happening. New York is not, or at least some of the places. And by the way, I used to live in New York. They aren't that good. So if you know your neighborhood is not that good, maybe you don't want to walk around in the middle of the night or something like that. Again, I'm not saying be scared. I'm not saying don't enjoy yourself. I'm not saying not to go to places that you want to go. All I'm saying is like be careful. If you know you live in a bad neighborhood, things like this could happen. Maybe go out with a friend, or maybe you go out to places that you think it's not that bad. So again, situational awareness to me is one of those things that is pretty important. And I'm gonna tell you, like I said already, I give props to this guy. He literally defended himself. He literally fought for his life. And you know what? He did a pretty good job fighting back. I'm very, very impressed. But again, this tells me right here that if you're in a wheelchair and again, and you encounter some kind of self defense situation, this is why it's important to have a firearm, carry a gun, and things like that, because again, you know what, you could protect yourself from three guys that are legitimate trying to kill you. I mean, this guy hit the floor, they were punching him there. It could have been really bad. Obviously in some states, obviously in some cities, you cannot do that. Obviously New York, again, city of crime, but also a city where law-abiding citizens cannot carry a gun in many places, right? Give it to them, because New York loves to support criminals. That's what they do, right? If you're a criminal, is a great place to be. New York has really strict gun control against good people, not against bad people. Bad people could do whatever they want, right? But again, carrying a gun and making sure that you know how to protect yourself is the best way. But to me, we could talk about this all day long, guys. But when I see things like that, I'm going to tell you the best way to win this fight is to have situational awareness and don't go to places that you think that you're gonna encounter some kind of issue. Really, don't have any tips more than that. That's the biggest tip. The biggest tip is like stay away from these places that you know there are a bunch of dirtbags in there. Let me know what you think. Put comments down below. I wanted to show you this video because there's evil out there and we need to be prepared to face evil. I appreciate the support, and as always, God is in control.